We feel so much better now.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Derp here, and today I'm going to bring you something a little different than what I'm used to doing. This is going to be my first Sony Vegas editing tutorial. My friend Kitty, he did these, but then his channel got closed down, so that sucks, but I think he's bringing them back soon. But for now, I'm just going to make some simple ones just to give you guys a good idea of like how to do some basic things in Sony Vegas. So for this one in particular, I'm going to be focusing on panning and cropping, and that's this stuff right here, where you can make it go in and out, and screen pumps and stuff like that, so you know the deal. This is going to be pretty basic compared to stuff that I'm hoping on doing. Depending on the feedback on this, I'm going to be doing more, and if you guys let me know what you guys are looking for, like what kind of editing tutorials and stuff, I can definitely try and do some. I know that Kitty's starting up doing some. He said he's got some pretty saucy ideas, so we'll see about that. And yeah, so let's get right on into this. If you guys don't edit or don't know how to edit, then this is probably going to be a really useful video for you guys. But if you do edit, I'm sorry this is so basic, but I'm hoping to bring in, or to start doing some more complex and complicated effects and whatnot in a bit. But yeah, alright, so to start out, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be listening to our song and placing markers. If you don't know what a marker is, it's when you hit M on your keyboard, you're going to get this little orange, it's a marker, it's a little orange marker, and with this you're able to it's basically a keyframe that does nothing. You can lock onto it, you can do all sorts of things with it. It's really helpful. You can rename it, so say you want to have a shot, you can rename it shot, and then the shot will be right there. Or we have to move the shot there, but then you know that the shot's going to be there. Alright, so anyways, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be listening through the song, and every place that we want a screen pump, we're going to be hitting M on. So I'm going to listen through right now. Here, I'm going to play the song first for you guys before I do this, so you can get a sense of what we're working with here.
We feel so much better now.
Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty chill. It's a more chill song than those songs that I edit to, but we're working with this. So I'm going to listen through, and it's kind of, you can see them, but here's where there's going to be a screen pump, because that's a beat in the song. You can see them all throughout here. But I'm going to listen through and just place a marker on what I think is going to be the spot where I'm going to need it, and then I'll adjust it afterwards. So. Alright, so that's pretty good for now. I got 8 in there, but we can get more if we need to. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm moving the marker to where I know there's going to be the screen pump, and it's really visible with this with these audio waves, but on some songs it might be a little less visible. For now, or well, with this song, I'm going to be moving them to where I can tell there's definitely a screen or a beat in the song. So here, I'm going to do this, and I'll get back to you guys in a second. Okay, now that we got all those lined up where we want them, we can start moving the clip into the spot that we're going to have it. So since this is the first beat here, that's where I'm going to want the shot to hit. So I'm going to try and find, here, let me trim this down a bit, try and find the exact point of where the shot hits. So it hits right there. So I dragged it on there, and I'll have this go to here. It doesn't really matter, just trim it to whatever. Depends on the song really, but I'm not really putting too much effort into that. And so for this clip, I'm going to click pan crop. It's this little key here. And I'm going to create a keyframe right here. This is the very first point, the first time that we want a screen pump. And so I'm going to change this to 680 on the height. And so that's going to increase or zoom it in a little bit. And I'm going to go back 5 frames 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can either do that by clicking right here, or you can use your arrow keys. I like clicking right there. And then I'm going to right click right here, and I'm going to hit restore. And that basically resets this from 700 to 720. And from 680 to 720. And so now, right now what we have is just a generic old zoom in right when the shot hits. So that's a start, but I like to go in here, and instead of just having this set as linear, if you right click on the keyframe and change this to slow, then that makes it so it's much more of a gradual increase in the zooming in. So you can see it slowly zooms in to 680 rather than just zooming in at the same rate. And then now I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on the first keyframe we have over here. I'm going to change this to 700, and then right click and change it to smooth. And so now it's fading from 700 up to 720 right before we have the screen pump. So that's a little bit better than having just generic old screen sitting there with nothing on it and just pixels moving around. But now that we have that, I'm going to go to our second screen pump right here. So here's the shot where we know it zoomed in, and I'm going to go to the second one here, and I'm going to click the same pan crop button, and I'm going to change this 680 because it's set to 680 from this one. I'm going to change that to 700. And I like to do that because I know that it's not a shot, so it doesn't need to be as intense of a screen pump, but it's still got to be visible that it's moving in. So if you set it to 718 or something like that, it's not going to be very visible, but I think 700 is pretty good. And then I'm going to go back 5 frames again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that didn't do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to right click and hit restore and change this yet again to slow. And do the same thing here. This time I'm not going to have to change that because it's already set to 700 from there. Just create a keyframe, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then restore and slow. So right now what we have is pre-render. We have so we have it, so it zooms in here and then zooms out to 720 5 frames before, and then within 5 frames it zooms back in to 700, and then it does the same thing here again. But now we have to make it so that it's a better transition, in my opinion, if you zoom it in more to the next clip. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the very end of the clip, change the height to 500, and then go back 7 frames rather than 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then restore this and change this to slow. So now what we have is, here you can just watch. So you see it zooms in a lot in these last 7 frames here, rather than just zooming in a little bit in these 5 frames that it has here. So now that creates a much nicer transition to the next part of the clip, which is actually the kill cam or cinematic or whatever you have. And so I'm gonna have it so the shot hits here. So I gotta find the shot. I think it's about. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My mom started yelling from downstairs. But anyway, so I'm gonna find. So right here is where the shot's actually gonna hit. And so I'm gonna place the clip here and then drag it out to here. So now we have what we had before, and then we are we have the next clip coming here. So we have this new clip, but it has no pan crop on it. That's what we're about to do. I'm gonna trim this down to the last keyframe or last marker we have here. A little view. So here's what we got. Alright, and so now I'm basically going to do the exact same thing that I did over here. I'm just going to go in here set this to 700 since it's the first one. And I'm going to change this to 700 yet again, and then go back 5, and then restore, and then change this to slow, and do that for the rest of the, oh wait, nope, there's a shot. Alright, so for the shot, remember we go 680, go back 5, restore, change this to slow, then this one's nothing, or just a normal screen pump, so change that to 700, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, restore, change that to slow, and then change this one to 500, and go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then restore this. And now you should have, well, you gotta change that to slow, and now we should have a fully pan cropped kill cam and clip. Alright, so let's watch this through and see how it looks. That looks pretty good. So I think that's all I'm going to do for right now. Might add some color correction, might fade it in, a little bit of blur here and there. That can be for another video though. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and leave some comments for what kind of tutorials you want to see. I don't really know what kinds of things people are struggling with editing, and what kind of things they want to know how to do in editing. So you guys let me know in the comment section what kind of things you'd like to see. That'd be definitely really helpful. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.